That's me trying to do we're doing a spooky photo session intro.
That's spooky.
That's me trying to be spooky. We're off to photograph Poppy for her annual Halloween photo. We've got a ton of pumpkins in the back. And we got a Poppy. Are you ready, Pops? We've come to Beaconfeld to make my my plan. My idea is to have Poppy. This is meant to be Poppy, by the way, not a cat, even though it looks like a cat. But to have Poppy and a little lantern and a group of pumpkins all in front of a row of trees. And I'm going to get Michael to run back and forth in the trees with a little smoke grenade that I've brought with us.
Good job you're not an illustrator, isn't it?
It is, I'm a photographer, not an illustrator. What do you mean this is art? Got my arms a bit full here. And so into the woods we ventured to find the perfect spot to execute my idea. The first thing you want to do when arriving at a location is figure out which of the gear you brought with you you're going to use. Make your lens selection and start framing up your shot. That's exactly what I started doing here, but I soon realised it wasn't going to come together quite in the same way that I'd envisaged on my pen and paper scrawling. So we had to play around with different angles and started to work out what else we could do. Trees coming out of her head, it's a bit higher. Can't see her head, she'd have to lie down. Yeah, it looks quite cool, that little hole, doesn't it? That was her little head poking through. We settled on this upturned tree root, which had a really spooky Halloween vibe to it. Ew, old poop bag. Grim. Woo, spooky pops. I'd swapped my misty trees for some spooky tree roots, but I was still determined to include the props I brought with me.
She looks quite coloured, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does, yeah, and it's quite horror looking light. Just trying to make sure this looks natural. Get some pine cones. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Props balanced in position, I just now needed to work out the right angle to get Poppy in place so she was framed nicely by the roots and also so that she was lit well.
Wait.
We were working the shot, but it wasn't quite there yet. And that's something that's really important to bear in mind when you're shooting. If it's not looking quite how you want it to, keep playing around. We were trying to shoot through the hole, but now we're coming around a little bit because there was too much light behind Poppy. So we're going to try and hang this lantern because I can't see the lantern enough from this side. So, or maybe if we just lift it up on something.
The lantern's hanging over. Can you look through the lens and tell me what's the shot?
Okay. Oh, you're going to hang it up there. That's a cool idea. Yeah, I was thinking over here, but that's cool. Yeah, no, I like that. It's in the shot there. Yeah, and then that balances out the pumpkins too. So the lantern had to move, just as my spooky forest idea had changed to an upturned root, as did the original pumpkin lantern setup. Never get too attached to idea. It's always okay to switch things up in the field. In fact, I would say 9 times out of 10, I change my original idea quite a lot when it actually comes to executing it. Just keep moving forwards and you might end up with something even better than you originally envisaged. Yeah, you're free! So this was it, we're all ready to rock. I had my 35mm prime lens on. It was set to 200th of a second at f1.8 with an ISO of 200. We were ready to bring out my favourite prop, smoke bombs! Originally this smoke was going to be the mist in the trees, but now we had this tree root, I thought it would be perfect to billow out from beneath it. Well, that was the plan. The wind wasn't really in our favour and the smoke was going in completely the wrong direction. And eventually it just completely ran out.
It's gone.
Stay. Well, that was a freaking disaster. We got all the. That looks awesome. That was my original vision. Okay, so my original vision got overhauled, but with a little Photoshop magic, I turned this into this. Next time your plan goes a little upside down, I hope this video inspires you to keep going and create something better. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you can join me on my next dog photography adventure.